Welcome, friends, to the Scrapbook, a creative writing podcast where we create stories organically from a few pieces of paper randomly selected from 3 different subjects: genre, setting, time period. I'm your host, Jody Pratt, with my fellow host, Patrick Wigfall. Let the story begin.
All right.
Here's the rules. There's 45-minute time limit, and there's no repicks.
That we record.
That we record.
All right, so we're starting with sex. Lesbian. Could we just go with women, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go with
Sexual orientation is a different thing than sex.
Yeah, exactly.
So
sexual orientation is what you.
It's a girl. It could lead into that if we want to, but it's just a woman.
Or it could be a transsexual female. We'll go either way. Let's see where the story goes.
Let's see where it goes. All right, this is setting. Tibet.
They ain't no lesbians there.
No, it's just a woman now.
This is a female that kind of likes females. Okay. So that was the what setting?
And this is I can never tell what this is. I'll just put this one. Genre will be.
Remember, two of them were yours that you put in the back. And
terror.
I've been a terror since public school era.
And then for time period?
Yep.
Armageddon.
Damn, let's go.
Terror and Armageddon go hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Tibet and terror go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Chinese occupation of Tibet needs to stop.
I second that motion. So she didn't have to be Leslie. Clearly, Armageddon, you're not really worried about sex at that time.
So is this the beginning of the Armageddon?
So real quick little dive into what is the issue with Tibet? Are they being pushed out of their country, or is their country being occupied?
Occupation of China is in Tibet. China has taken Tibet.
So it's
as their own.
It has to open if it's Armageddon. It's the Chinese occupation of them. And they're absconding. They're trying to get away with their daughter. Because Armageddon is coming and they're murdering people in droves who are trying to leave.
So should this... Okay, so I feel Armageddon is... So it'd be like the Holocaust. That was an Armageddon to the person, the people that died.
Oh, so you're trying to go...
Yes.
Okay, yes. You're going that way with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a genocide type.
No. I should let you finish. It is to the person what it is. Like Rwanda, the Tutsi versus the, you know what I'm saying?
Hutu, I think.
The Hutu?
Yeah.
During that time, that was
or Tutsi?
The Tutsi Armageddon.
Oh, yeah, Hutu, it was Hutu, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was that, they were like, this is the world, it's fucking ending, bro.
Yeah, because you can only believe in your space that you're in.
Yeah.
I like, that's why people seem so, distanced when war happens, because unless blood is on your face, you don't see that war for what it is.
Absolutely.
So yes, it can be. Also, we're going racial with it, racial,
and I think we should keep lesbian.
So they kill her a girl,
or we should do it how we were saying, and the parents trying to escape Tibet. During the initial Chinese.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. Hey, China, please play our podcast.
We have no hate towards the Chinese population.
Yeah.
We just don't like a lot of governments. And I go for a few of them that we won't speak on.
And your atrocities against the Tibetan people. The Dalai Lama stopped being the Dalai Lama because of you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
So. It's them coming into Tibet to occupy it, and they're taking the young women.
I could be wrong about the Dalai Lama thing.
Yeah, definitely let's stay in our wheelhouse. So, they're coming in to occupy, right?
Yeah.
Man has his only daughter, and he's fleeing to get out of there. They've taken another girl that's a friend of hers with them. Mm-hmm. Father's killed on the journey. Them two have to get out by themselves. Mm. And that's where the love interest, but like, it's not like they're going to, do anything sexual. It's more like, you're all I have in this world, and you know what I've been through. Yeah. So you get that emotional bond, but they're going through what age is she? Experience. What age is she?
It'd have to be, I want to say, let's say 13.
13, you can get it accurate.
Or even older.
Yeah, she could be in her mid-20s.
Yeah, mid-20s.
Ooh, early 20s.
Yeah, early 20s, where everything's just like a mystery, man.
And you're physically your best.
Yeah.
So you're able to run up mountains for days at a time.
Yeah, trekking like a motherfucker. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so we got the bones of it already. That's dope.
Okay, so, all right, it starts out.
Bells ringing.
You know what?
It starts out with bells ringing.
Damn, Tibetan monks are just like, ka-clang, ka-clang,
ka-clang, ka-clang. And they're just like, get out. Like, that's their siren is get out.
Flee.
They're coming in, and they've been killing us as they're coming in.
Is Tibet an island?
No. Tibet's in the mountains, isn't it?
Okay, I believe it's right by Nepal.
It definitely is.
Oh, Tibet is humongous.
Yeah, so that took time. That took time for them to occupy that. Time.
Whoa, it is fucking huge. I did not think it was this big. I thought it was a little... Like Taiwan.
If you're going to make a play out of this, please remark that you smell gunpowder.
Yes.
The gongs are ringing, and there's gunpowder in the air. And the screaming and wailing of children and women. Okay. And that's what it opens up to, is him running through his little hut with her being like, grab an extra blanket. We're going to need this. We're going to need this. It's going to get cold where we're going.
Yeah.
So where is it at?
To your left.
Left? Oh, shit.
It's huge, bro.
Oh, my God. Autonomous region.
Yeah, and they have to call it that because they own it. So it's just
but I know it's mountainous, but this isn't Nepal right by there? Yeah. So Nepal runs along the Himalayas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are mountain folk, Coach.
Yep.
So they're traversing the mountains.
Also, when did China start to occupy? So we don't know about the gunpowder thing yet.
Because Chinese came up with gunpowder, though.
You think they started exploding shit that quickly?
They came up with the first gun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or cannon projectile weapon with gunpowder and a pellet. I know that much. And back then, they were lighting the actual gunpowder.
Shit.
What?
The peaceful Buddhist country of Tibet was invaded by communist China in 1949.
Makes our story all the much better.
Bro, thank you for joining us. It's hitting out of the park, you know what I'm saying? Good shit.
Okay,
since that time, over 1.2 million out of 6. That's not right. 6 million? 1.2 million out of 6 Tibetans have been killed. Over 6,000 monasteries have been destroyed.
Their father is in a monastery. What is a monastery? Religious, right?
I believe it's Buddhist.
Can women be that too? Is that strictly a male thing with them? Because if it's not, he has a daughter and he gets word that they're raiding and destroying monasteries. And you can see the fire in the distance, and so he's headed out of town with his daughter up the mountain. I say cuz is about 65. He's not long for this world, especially when he's running from people. He's going to have to give his life for his daughter at a certain point.
Hold on. I'm kind of enraptured in this fucking truth-seeking.
Isn't that the beautiful part of the truth is that it's normally appealing? It's not like when you hear it, it's not always good to the ear.
Yeah.
But for your soul, it's like, I needed to know this. It's good to know
this. It brings me peace.
Yeah.
It brings me peace.
That's why people who, when their families are killed by somebody, once they find out who it is, they can have that closure because they just need to know.
Women can be ordained as an equivalent of monk in China, South Korea, Taiwan, and Vietnam, but mostly dominated by the... Damn. What in the fuck is that word? Mahayana.
That's gonna mean syllables.
Yeah. Mahayana school of Buddhism.
Hey, we're gonna wrap it up. It was nice talking to you guys. We love you guys.
School of ordination is not available in the Tibetan tradition, nor in Cambodia, Laos, or Myanmar. Okay, well, doesn't mean shit.
We got the base of it, anyways.
Yeah. All right. So let's really begin.
Okay.
All right. It's 1949. Right? It's literally after World War II.
My grandma was alive, dog.
Damn.
She was already alive. She was born in the 40s.
Yeah, my grandma was born in 1940?
Early 40s.
Yeah.
I've never been good with what ages.
1940. But anyway, so 1949. The world has just been rocked by World War II. You know what I mean?
World War II was with Russia, right? Or Germany?
Yeah. Yeah. And so it opens up. He's not a Buddhist monk, but he takes care of the monastery.
Okay. He's what do you call that dude? Jack of all trades guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll fix up the windows.
I do woodwork. I do stonework.
Ceramics, all this shit you got on the side of it. I'll keep up that.
Only if you house me and my daughter.
In the back.
Yeah, in the back.
He doesn't even stay there. They don't practice the religion.
Yeah. You don't got to worry about her. She's fine. She'll be out of the way of the men.
Yeah. And she's a good girl. She has one friend, and that's the friend that they leave with. Yeah. And is her mom alive?
No, she's not alive.
Okay, so her mom's not alive, so she spends a lot of time with this girl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All day while her dad's maintaining a huge monastery.
Exactly. He's sleeping and shit. She cooks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So the occupation starts. They go in and start. I think it meant 1.2 out of 6 million, but they didn't put the million on after the 6. And the invasion starts.
And there's guns. There's automatic weapons at this point.
Right? And the tanks are coming in, bud. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking stopping.
Well, could they get tanked into a mountainous region?
But they're Tibet is not all mountains. Okay. There's some rural parts that are flat land. You know.
For some reason, I hear Tibet and I just think cold as shit.
Yeah, you think fucking what's it called? What's the mountainous range?
Himalayas
and shit. But yeah, so
Himalayas.
Himalayans are the people. Yeah. Fact check. So all right, and it's terror. So,
well, the terror is the occupation. It is the fear of death,
or the fear of being found.
So it's more of like a they're almost caught all the time kind of thing.
Yeah, because I believe as a male, I don't know, but being killed as a woman in war times is probably the easiest part to do. The easiest outcome. If you're kept alive...
Oh, it's worse. It's worse.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's worse.
It's fucking 10 times worse.
So she's contemplating killing herself at times. Yeah. And being like, there's 7 of them here. There's no way that I get out of this and they don't rape me to death.
Yeah, exactly.
Because rape has been prevalent with women since the beginning of time.
Exactly. The motherfuckers have been... And then you get people who... The sick motherfuckers that are in the military and shit like that, at that time who rape and pillage and shit like that and steal from foreign countries, that they just, if their dick doesn't work, they'll stick their bayonet in them. You know what I'm saying? Like weird shit like that. So it would be a handful of times it's her holding her breath under 2 inches of dirt. You know what I'm saying? As they're stumping along. You know what I mean? Not fully covered in dirt, but it's kind of like smeared across her face and her trying to be a part of the background. Mm-hmm. And her just being like...
And then seeing somebody die in front of her.
Yeah. And that would be her...
to hear her father be beat to death.
Yeah. And him pleading. And after 7, 8 blows, he's calling out to her. You know what I'm saying? He's calling out to her. Bet. Her name.
I don't want to get racist.
Her name.
I'm trying to think of... I don't know any Tibetan names.
Let's just say Chi. That's her name.
What's the Tibetan word for flower?
No, I'm playing.
He gonna get shut down. He gonna get shut the fuck down. He said I don't know what I said. Tibetan word for flower. I put tied with one. All right, so her name would be Kasila.
Ka.
Yeah, shorten it up. But that I could hear that Kasila, and he's calling his mouth is bloody.
And he's getting just butt strokes. Ha! But a butt stroke is when the butt of the gun is hit. You use that as a weapon.
Like a pistol whip, but for a rifle.
Exactly. That's a butt stroke. So he's butt stroking. Bah! Upside down. He's like, Kasila! Boom! Nigga, hold that.
And then you hear him dying, and then she goes to walk away, a twig snaps, they're on her tail.
On that ass. And they're just like, yeah.
And now they're calling out her name to her.
Like, Kasila, is that you?
Like, and they're hitting the corner, and she has no weapon. She is a, 20-year-old? 21-year-old?
21.
So she's the prime age where somebody would be like, you're physically attractive.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that sexual part is... So sex plays the terror in this.
Yeah. Sex.
Death is the peace. Death is going to be, it's over.
Yeah, it's over with. I don't have to deal with
this. But the sex is like, there's 7 of them, and I know what they're going to do to me if they catch me.
Okay, yeah.
Because I saw what they did to my father.
Mm-hmm.
Does her girl die?
No.
So they make it out.
Yeah, they make it out.
We'll give them a make it out story. Okay. All right.
Well, so it'll be like one of them gets caught. Say she does. Mm-hmm. Or her girl does. And while they're being violated in all sorts of ways, the other one is on the outside just waiting for a time to set them free.
What if she sets a fire?
Oh, that's nice.
That is the least aggressive way to do it when you are a 20-year-old and there's a bunch of 35-year-old men running around with guns.
Yeah.
It seems like an accident. So initially they're just like, fire, fire. And then he like gets up, pulls up his pants. He's just like, when we put out this little fire, we're going right back into this.
Yeah. It's going to be my nigga's turn.
And then he leaves out, she slinks in. And she's trying to get her up. And the part of that terror is trying to get her mind wrapped up, like, get the fuck up, we gotta go. Yeah. Get the fuck, I know you're fucked.
Saying no words, bro.
I know you're fucked, but you gotta get up now. You gotta get up now. You gotta leave naked.
Yeah.
And so now she's leaving just in a blanket.
Yeah.
And the fire, she clearly started the fire in numerous areas.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, intruder, intruder. And so now they're on alert. She's panicking because she was just violated. And so she's all out of it mentally. She's not really running. She's more pulling her than anything else. Mm-hmm. She's whimpering. Yeah. So she's kind of leading them right to her. Or right to them. There'd have to be something where like somebody breaks an ankle and 2 of them stay back to like get him back. And the main sicko who wants to really do the damage is the one that follows him into the woods. How does he die? Pushing him off a cliff or something, right?
It's a physical fight to the death.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Revenant style, bro.
And he's older, and he smokes a pack a day.
Older has been demoted so many times.
Does he have any physical ailments? Any fucked up shit from war?
His lungs are fucked up from smoking so much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he served in World War II, right? Mm-hmm. And he thought that would make a difference, him serving. Mm-hmm. Did the Chinese fight?
I don't believe so.
Okay. But
I don't believe so. But you know what? I'm not privy to most of China's history.
Yeah, me either. So he's just a basic motherfucker now.
Yeah, but he's got a chip on his shoulder because he's like, I've served, I've did my time.
Yeah,
and nobody.
I'm above this shit, bro.
And he's like, you got me coming here to round up monks.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get me some, exactly. and I'm gonna make everybody hurt like I hurt.
And his villain, that's his villainy in it all. Like that's what gets him. That's what gets him the devil. His devil horns is the fact that his insatiable appetite for the flesh.
Okay, and so I'm thinking that to end the terror, he hits something to where he becomes immobilized.
Well, I feel like it starts out like this, right? So it's not a clearing. They hide behind this log, okay. Right? And he just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are you, sweet thing? You know what I mean? Like I just want to finish eating you up, type of shit. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, so they're like
wheezing though. He's wheezing
like and coughing, right? And he's just like spitting out blood and mucus. But he's been doing that shit for the last, you know what I mean? He worked in the coal mines before, not coal mines, but he's been mining before this. Mining as in some sort of harsh chemical shit. You know what I mean? Like natural shit that he's been, you know what I mean? Gunpowder. You know what I mean? He's been working gunpowder factories and shit like that until World War II came and he got drafted in and shit like that. So that's why he doesn't have that get right in his fucking head. Mm-hmm. So they're hiding behind a log. It's just them two. She just like, her girlfriend, Kasi Law's girlfriend, just like he's gonna come, he's gonna fuck it. And she's like, man, shut up, bro. Like, and he's like holding her mouth. And then that's when the fight starts, when he reaches over the log and pulls her up by her hair, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when it's like, oh shit.
And she hits him with the hot one, pull him back like, yeah. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, right. And then he's like a bear stance. He's just like, yeah.
I'm just gonna attack you like full force. And how does she beat him though?
Listen. This is what we're working out.
We can't have her know martial arts.
No. And so he's just like taking off his clothes like he's an animal. Mm-hmm. He is turning into in her head she sees him as. Okay. So he's turned into like this fucking beast, not literally, but figuratively.
Yeah,
he's turned into. He's like, come on, guys. Like, not calling her by her name, but he's like, you know what I mean? His eyes are full of fire and hate and rage.
One of his pupils had burst.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like bleeding from the mouth a little bit.
He's been biting his lip, anticipating this shit.
Exactly.
He hasn't come in any physical contact yet outside of that. From the blood from the punch.
Exactly.
That she got him and he was like, he liked it.
He's like, and he's like smearing it all over his face. And he's like, oh, come on, man. And she's just like, oh, shit. So she's like, I can't run. Fight or flight. I can't run from this, bro.
So she chooses to confront him. She has to use a weapon. It's a grown-ass man.
That's what exactly. So she's just like, so her girlfriend is just like picking up these like rocks and chucking them at her while she's just like,
what if he pulls her and doesn't even see the other girl there? Oh. And there's that moment where she's like terrified of him because he just did this to her. But she sees the main girl, Kasila, getting fucked. He pushes her to the floor, and he's like, yeah, and he's taking off her clothes, and she's the one that's seeing that creature come out of him because she just saw it when he did her prior.
Exactly, bro. And he's just like,
and then she just winds up a rock or something. Yeah. Just like, mother.
Bah! And all his shit is ringing. Maybe before that. They like fucking start, he's like flinching at her, and she's like biting on everything. You know what I mean? And then he like run towards her, but she just like, man, fuck, bro, I'm tired of running, my nigga. But runs into an immovable object. You know what I mean? Gets smacked down, and he just
but she's just scratching him. She's just scratching him up, and none of what she's doing seems to upset him. It just builds this monster in him.
Exactly. He likes them more. So the horns are coming out now. Scales are forming on his skin.
We could show like a devil creature coming out of this.
Exactly. So
because that's probably what every woman feels when they're going through that, is that this person's evil.
Yeah, he's an evil motherfucker.
He's not a regular person.
He's the nigga stronger than a natural man. He's, you know what I mean? Although he's not. So he's like lacing her back. Hold that. Choking her and shit like that. Like with one hand and the other hand, he's ripping off her clothes. And then that's when the stone comes. Boom.
and you see almost like an awareness of his his mortality.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
my faculties are gone.
He's like, and the homegirl gets up and they're in the mountains.
Yeah.
You feel me? So there's rocks abound. There's everywhere.
Exactly.
And so they go pick rocks up, and he just like, no. And like,
and that the first rock gets him out of his shit. The second rock on his ass
incapacitates him. He's kind of done, and he's just sitting there like,
yeah.
Should he see them turning evil too?
No. He sees it for what he is. That brought him out of his psychoactive state. He was like, oh shit. Like, what the fuck? Eyes crossed and shit. And he's still swinging, like scratching. But he's
missing badly.
Missing badly, right? And
they're just walking him down with rocks they know they're going to kill him with.
Exactly. But Kasila doesn't throw her rocks. She keeps them in her hand.
Yeah, because she's going to beat him.
She's going to beat his fucking brains in. So the other girl just lacing this nigga.
Yeah, he's walking back getting pelted by the girl he raped, right?
In the chest and all that
he's
shit.
He's getting cut in the little bottom jaw and shit.
Breaking his nose.
And he just like, okay. And then, but Casila's walking up with rocks like, I'm going to beat you to death.
Exactly. And she's like, stop, like telling her to stop.
Because he's on the floor now.
Yeah.
He's falling down.
And she picks up a stick. But Kasila has the stone in her hand. She's like, wait, like, stop. And then she like stands over him, and he's just like scratching at her shit like this, and like an animal, like he cornered a dog.
Should she quote something to him right before she hits him? Like something that like her father told her on the way out, something that her mother told her, something that he said to them.
Bro. So she just has this shit right here, and she hits him. Boom! And she's like, stand together, you'll never fall. Boom, nigga! And she just like...
Who said that, though?
Her dad told her that while she was taking the steps, he's cleaning the monastery and shit like that. And then he's just like, why do we... You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have to help these people? You're like, together as a community, we stand together, we'll never fall. As a people. And she just, you know what I'm saying?
And he just got a little broom made out of fucking elephant hair in the back. Like, this is wisdom. And that's when wisdom is given to you, when you're sweeping.
Yeah.
When you're fucking getting groceries. Those little bits of wisdom fall out wherever.
Yeah, when you're in that humbled state of doing what you have to do, you're just like, you know what I'm saying? How clear-headed are you when you're vacuuming and shit like that?
Pretty straightforward. I got an objective, and I know I'm going to finish it in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's an easy
your mind is just clear to just think about whatever. But boom, You know what I'm saying? Lacing this nigga up. And she just like smashing his face in. And just like, and then that's when she starts to turn into that demon.
Yeah.
That he was. She tasted the...
And the girl she's in love with sees it on her face. Yeah. Like she starts to step back and she sees like a smile like... But you have to realize though is that like this girl just lost her father and she knows this man beat him to death. Yeah. And was smoking a cigarette and laughing about it. Yeah. So it could be that like it's not her turning into the demon, but that the demon can take you. Yeah. So she isn't an evil soul forever. No. But everybody has that demon in them. Yeah, and it could possibly come out at any point in time. And that's what. And the story ends with them walking down to another Tibetan village.
Warning them and saying, "We got to get the fuck out of here."
The redcoats are coming, cuz. Yeah. The redcoats are coming.
Yeah. We have to get the fuck out of here.
All of the women got to go now. The men should have been gone. Yeah. Or vice versa. You know, men need to leave. Women should have been gone. Yeah. They're around the corner.
And they're fleeing to... Sorry about that. They're fleeing to Nepal. Okay. That's what Nepal, India, and shit like that. That's where they're building a new place.
Whew. It's a nice wraparound.
Yeah. And, but yeah, that's fly.
That works. And that could be like something that you would want like a person from that region to direct.
Yeah. Or even write
write the screenplay for it, yeah. But based off like with the structural
integrity of actual historical facts,
because this was great, yeah. And honestly, again, I saw Tibet and was like, what are we gonna do with that? I don't know a lot about Tibet. I know they're occupied. That's about it.
Yeah, and it's in the Armageddon part. Remember, people, the Armageddon part is
a state of mind.
Yes, it's
the state of your reality.
It's the state of your reality. What's happening right then and there.
People in bad neighborhoods have that potential of death on a daily basis. People in good neighborhoods don't. That's not the same type of living. Yeah. And so if your world could end tomorrow, that is your Armageddon.
Yeah. You see it structurally happening. Falling down around you. All this shit like that.
Yeah, like you literally see flames engulfing what you know as a home. Yeah. That is hell. That's the end of the world for you. Yeah. Especially if it is though, too. Yeah. Like if you actually die there, that was your Armageddon.
Yeah. And you fade off into the great unknown. Like, damn.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Superb job, sir.
We just hit 34 minutes.
All right. I want to do an alternate ending?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bet. So let's rewind it back to the fight. Right? And it ends. So he grabs Ka's fucking girlfriend instead of her. Mm-hmm. Right?
It's called May.
May. He grabs May instead, and Ka stays there. Quiet. Holding her tongue.
Because that was the last thing her father told her.
Because, no, listen. Because that's what got her father killed. Is that unity shit. Days ago, we should have ran away. I begged you to run away.
But I thought it was more of like a siege. Like they didn't know it was this close.
No, you hear it. The bells, remember?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is he's getting out there, but they had cars. They had like vehicles. Yeah. I'm forgetting that this isn't in like
this is 49, bro.
Yeah, they had cars. They had really nice cars.
Yeah.
They were rolling through in like a Rolls Royce to kill people.
Yeah, bro. So, but instead, May is just screaming for her.
And she's screaming for her.
Yeah, and she's quiet.
Like her father did.
She's like her like her father, bro.
And she was like, I'm not losing two niggas.
No, that's the thing. She's like, I'm not losing myself in this. I'm not going to take that gamble, bro.
Oh, so she doesn't even
save her. So she doesn't save her. She just stays there against the tree. Quiet than the motherfucker, like
crying though.
Crying, and then breaking out of it and going back into the crying. Like, she's just like, snap it the fuck together, bro.
Okay.
She's holding her mouth, and then she's like calming herself and shit like that, and she just hears this roar.
And he's breaking things on her now.
Raging.
She's like, where is she at? Tell me. And she's breaking fingers. He's kicking her knee in. Yeah. He's like, where is she? Where is she? But he's calm about it. Yeah. The sickening calm of a psychopath has to be probably the scariest part of being killed by them.
Oh yeah,
is the fact that it's not overly aggressive when they're destroying you. Mm. It's not something they're having to pull out of themselves. It's them being them.
Exactly.
That's where the fear.
It's them taking off their shoes, just like.
And they put them down like perfectly to the edge of the carpet, and they're like, "I'm gonna break your neck." All right, let's get this.
I've been working on this suplex.
All right. So she lets her be killed?
Yeah. And that's the end.
And then So how does it end then? Does he not keep looking for her?
No, he doesn't. That's who he doesn't see Ka.
Oh, he never really saw her.
He ran away, bro.
She got away is what he's assuming.
Yes, bro. Ka was leading her. That's why he didn't see her. He only saw May floating through the goddamn bush. The bush.
The bush.
The goddamn bush. Goddamn bush. So then, yeah, that's all he sees. So he's seeing it, and like she's hearing it of the just torture that's going on,
and she's calling for her. She's like, "You saved me,
right? Please, please." And then after he leaves, like her body's there, she doesn't even look back. She doesn't look back. She just she hears him. She hears him walk away, and she's fucking shooting. Right to Nepal, bro.
And that would make sense because it's her leaving that last bit of her father behind. Is that like, I didn't obey you again. When you were being murdered, I didn't do it. And when
she did though. She obeyed him then. She
tried to help him then?
No. As in I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he dies. Yeah. They run away as he's being beaten to death, or he's like seizing out, and then they shoot him or whatever. And then they're running away, and Homegirl keeps stopping to cry, and she's been beaten too. She's not like just like raped; she's been beaten, and so she's basically carrying her through the woods. They get to this point, and then he hears her crying. Mm-hmm. He hears her whimpering. He's like, "I know that sound."
Yeah,
and he grabs her hair and he pulls her over, and he's so certain that she's just gotten away, that she ran away when the fire started.
Yeah.
That, like, because he came back immediately once he realized it was a fire and was like, oh, it's small. All right, go put it on. He walks back and she's leaving.
Yeah.
Like he's seen the last bit of her.
Yeah.
And like, son of a bitch. And then he goes to grab his pistol.
Yep.
Or, yeah, he goes to grab that. And then that's
what just a knife.
A knife, yeah. That would make it easier.
Yeah, it's a knife, bro.
And that's more personal.
Yeah,
that's what a killer would do.
You know what I mean?
And especially with a broken woman who's already hurt.
Yeah,
yeah.
And if it's, she never sees her body, but she knows she's gone, and she just leaves that there.
Yeah, you can disassociate and just be like, that didn't happen. That was me dying.
Yeah,
that was my life. That life was that life dying. Absolutely. I now have a new life getting away. Yeah. Making it to the next day. That even sounds like a better ending.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. You know, women can be in pictures, but
so yeah, she
I think it's more ravenous to be
and
sober.
But it's like the sounding of the like when she's being murdered in the back and she's behind the tree, it should zone in and out of the sounds. as opposed to hearing her cry and breathe.
It's her fading out.
Yeah.
From what is into what she's
going to do.
Exactly. So just fading out, and she's into, and then next thing you know,
should she walk away or run away? I think she should walk away.
Walk. Yeah, that's nice. Let's walk. Yeah.
Walking like her steps are placed to not step on shit. Like it's very like she's very meticulous on what step she's gonna make so she doesn't make sound. And she's like, I got a clean getaway.
Yeah.
And you can call her the villain or you can call her the hero, but she made it.
She fucking made it, bro.
Because what would she have done with him having a knife and being a grown-ass man?
Yeah.
Who's done military training to a certain extent on physical combat at that time.
Yeah.
So you're not just going to be running into a dude like... He's going to have some kind of something.
Yeah.
He's going to have something. So, yeah, I like that ending better.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I do too. I can't lie.
And it makes you look at the like the person behind it all, not the story. It makes you look at the person. That could you say that? I think she should be 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she should be mid-teens. Because then that lends to that I don't have that huge dump of like because certain women get thicker after 20.
Yeah. And
get a little bit of something on them.
Yeah.
As opposed to a girl who's in their 16s and she's paper thin.
Mm-hmm.
Paper thin, you don't have the best diet.
So did she fall in love with the older girl?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the older girl after that, what happens to her mentally kind of breaks.
What do you mean?
Like when she gets captured, she might have been more of a leading role for the girl.
Now she reverts to being a child now, a little girl now.
Yes, and so she was the one that told her not to go out when her father was crying for her. Ooh, that makes it better.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And she's like, "Don't go out." Yeah. I just got tingles. She's like, "Don't go out. Don't go out." He's like. He wanted you to live. They're beating him to like they're gonna do that to us.
And she's telling her like shh, like don't say anything.
She's covering her mouth so hard you can see like the redness coming up.
Yeah,
like she's like
and the tears like seamlessly the tears are just flowing over her fingers as she's just like gripping her face, and she's getting angrier with every like pull she's trying to pull away towards her dad. She's like
she like eventually pushes her back to where she hits her head on something.
Yeah,
and she's just like.
Yeah, all knows.
And then you hear him being like, "Oh, the old man's dying. Look at him," and they're laughing.
Yeah. And
then they start to run away. And as they're running away, you hear the gun.
Yeah.
And then they make it to the woods. They're running, and then
you'll hear. I think the guy should howl, some shit like that, some sort of like monstrous sound because it's the same guy.
What about like a scream? Like oh, like I'm excited, but it sounds like a not a banshee, but
do that one more time closer to the mic.
Loony. No. Like a loon, a loon.
Yeah.
You know what those are?
Woo-loo-loo!
Those random things that people say they hear in like the South, where it's like, oh, that's just a loon. Oh. And it's just a random sound that nobody has an explanation for.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's what I think he should make you gotta go more Joker with him than anything else. That like detachment from what's okay to do around people. Like his laugh like ha 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 ha.
Because he's around like people.
But that fear him.
Yeah. They're just
because
like,
they know
shit.
They're like, this nigga's off. They know it. They're just like
yeah.
They're like, we steal from people and we kill kids and women.
Yeah.
But he's raping a lot of people that no, we're not raping. We're here for the seizure of this land.
Yeah.
He's here to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've kind of been like, and that's why they don't follow him up when homeboy hurts himself when they're all chasing the girl.
Yeah.
They're just like, let him go. He's going to go kill. I'm not being a part of it.
Exactly. He's fucking, we got to do this shit. Put out this fire and head more north.
Yeah. We know where he's going to be.
Head more south.
He knows where we're going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's 2 girls.
Yeah.
If he can't handle 2 girls, he's handled more than 2 girls in his day.
Yeah.
And so they take the dude with the fucked up leg back to camp.
Yeah.
And then
fucked up leg.
Yeah, because they're chasing him and somebody hurts themselves. And that's
why they?
Yeah, like I'm thinking he gets when he sees the girls running away. He's like, "Hey, let's get these girls." And then he
only sees,
or no, he's like the girl got away.
Yeah.
And so they go to, and then the dude runs and fucks his ankle up, and so that's why his instead of them having to fight 3 niggas, they fight 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
And then that's why they stay back there. Like he can handle 2 girl or a girl he's already done what he did to, you know. And she's been beaten, and so when she's running away, that whole switch of energy goes from her holding her mouth tight and aggressive like she had been earlier. Yeah. Like it's a switch of caretaker versus the caretakee, you know what I mean? Like it completely switches in that moment where she was brave enough to start a fire and do this, and then she sees her break down and she's like, I have to carry this energy. And that energy when my father was dying was don't go out. Yeah.
Yeah. And the energy, given to her, it was don't go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Wow, that's horribly sad, but that is terrible. Like, terrible. Terrifying. Terrible is wonderful and terrible.
They're terrific.
They're great.
Yeah, man, that's fucking great. That's perfect.
Wow.
I like that alternate ending a little bit better than the first.
I like it way more because then we added more to the story because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's a little bit longer. So at the beginning, we got the beginning, huh?
Yeah.
Is that the bells and shit like that? And,
yep. And then them packing up and getting out last minute.
Yeah.
And they can hear gunshots and screaming.
Because the monks don't leave.
Yeah.
And the people do. But her father felt an obligation, you know what I mean, to stay.
To stand.
Yeah.
And, okay. And she learned the hard way, the hardest way.
Yeah, that together we fucking...
Somebody can make it.
Yeah.
And sometimes...
somebody can make it instead of all of us dying.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know what the alternate ending was going to be.
And she also saw the reality of what happens to women when you get caught.
Yeah.
You don't just die. Yeah. And she saw it.
They just beat the shit out of my father to death.
Yeah. And then they beat the shit out of the girl that I looked up to and was, you're just not an emotional state. It doesn't have to be like where she sees her getting naked or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's like that primal sense of survival is attractive
when
you need it.
Yeah.
And so she's seeing this. And then when she sees that pillar be taken down by a man, she no longer has that same energy towards it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like how she's okay. If that had happened prior to her getting raped, she would have came out.
Yeah.
But when she saw her break and then her being the one that have to tell her, shut up, holding her mouth quiet, and then getting caught and then calling out. Like, I'm reliving the same situation. Yeah. And you know it because you're the one that made me not do it last time.
Exactly. Well, do you think there should be... So they're never going to kiss. They're never going to do anything sexual.
No.
But do you think she's confusing... This might be a hot take. Confusing her sexuality with the absence of her mom?
It could just lend to the things that she wanted to learn from a woman.
Yeah.
More than the absence of a mom, because like an absence of a mom would have to.
I mean that's the same thing.
When did her mom die?
But younger, like 5, 6.
Also, you have no real attachment to that. You and your father are good.
No. But you need. Shit.
Well, I know. I get where you're coming at.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming at, but. For that to be attractive, I think it'd be more of just the strength that she didn't see in herself, maybe at that time.
Okay, yeah.
And to see,
I could do this by myself.
Yeah, and that girl was on her own, and she was older. She was in her 20s.
Yeah. And at that time, people go off. It's separate from their parent.
Mm-hmm.
So she'd probably been sort of animosity towards her dad because she felt like her dad needed her more than she needed her dad, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Her father had a good relationship.
Yeah,
it wasn't a bad relationship, but there is resentment for the unfulfilled life that she has.
Yeah,
I'm just cooking for you all day.
I'm cooking for everybody all day,
and then hanging out with this girl all day, and she's giving me life lessons and shit that she's learned, stories that she's lived, and I'm sitting here cooking for you every day. Yeah. And I love you. I love the life that I have. It's a peaceful life. But what life is lived without some kind of adventure in it? Yeah. And the coldest part is that her biggest adventure is the one she would rather not take. And it's the exiting of her homeland.
Exactly. Who she was forced to take that adventure.
Yeah. And she had been asking for it.
Yeah, she's been asking, and you want, they shall receive.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, man. All right, thank you. That was episode 2. Thank you for joining the Scrapbook. This is the Scrapbook podcast with Jody Pratt and Patrick Wingfall. Again, we love you. Thank you for giving us the left side of your brain. Don't stop being creative. Thank you.
Peace.